Hello, YouTube. Whiskey and Jones coming at you, and we're letting you see our sexy mugs.
Face cam.
Face cam.
Well, what's the topic tonight?
Topic tonight is the changes that are upcoming in Destiny, and beer.
Awesome.
And beer.
Yeah.
Topic is beer, as usual.
All right, what do you got?
I have Danny Boy's Rye IPA.
And I've got the fine bourbon distilled from the Bullet family.
There you
Bullet
go.
bourbon.
This is a nice dark beer. Smells like rye bread if you like rye.
Yep.
This is your beer.
So this is what we do while we make the videos for you guys.
It's a damn good excuse to drink, in my opinion.
Yeah, drinking and gaming. Good times.
So what the heck is Destiny going to change in the upcoming patch? And then we're going to get the big update. And hopefully the big update is pretty badass, because that might be right about the time that we all get tired of the not so great endgame in Anthem.
Yeah, so we're going to queue up a little Destiny footage here.
Yeah, sure.
We don't need to full screen look at ourselves. We'll look at ourselves in the little screen.
There we go.
All right,
I look
so
better in the little screen personally.
So the info that we got from the last This Week at Bungie update brought some changes to Gambit. Identified some changes to that.
Yeah, so the specific changes, and the one that sort of I'm a little bit excited about at least, is the quickness of the rounds. So the first two rounds are going to be pretty much exactly the same as it was. But that last round, you don't actually have to go through all the fighting to get to the boss. You're just at the boss immediately if you're going into the third round.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Which to me, it's going to speed everything up greatly.
Yeah.
Which is going to be pretty darn nice. Especially on those ones where you really just want it to end because you know you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones where I'm just like, please make it end faster than what it's doing right now.
Yeah, and it's funny to think the way that Gambit works, where if you win the first match, then on the second round, seems like it's a little bit more challenging.
Exactly.
It's going to change the strategy a little bit when you go into that sudden death mode. And
well, I think it'll change the strategy on the time before the sudden death mode, because now it's like, do you save your supers?
Exactly.
How far are you into the boss?
And
is
maybe
the other
even what spec you roll with?
Exactly.
Not
So
to say that people don't already spec to nuke the boss, but if anyone waffles with that, maybe is running something else for ad clearing or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see a change in the dynamic a little bit. So
all
I
of a
think
sudden,
it'll be
ad
fun.
clearing's a little bit less important because you have a third less ads to clear, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be neat to see what it all ends up like and how that changes stuff. Another big one is they're going to change or overhaul the invader spawn locations, and potentially even where they're spawning at, how many spawn locations there are. What I started noticing is after a while, everybody knew exactly where the spawns are.
Yeah.
And it's always the furthest spawn point away from the biggest part of the group.
Yeah.
So it's the furthest map point away out of the 3 spawn points.
Right.
And you would always see people camping those spots with some long-range sniper or something like that, where they're going to take the guy out immediately as soon as he goes through.
Yeah.
And the good teams, man, they'll nuke you the minute you go through, no matter what.
Yeah, so they're going to spread that out a little bit more and make it not so predictable.
Yeah, which to me that's good.
Sure.
I don't see anything wrong with that, whatsoever. I think that's probably a darn good change.
Yeah.
Then you got idle protection. So basically,
that's always a good thing.
Yeah, if somebody goes in and just basically sits there and walks away, dormant for too long, they get 0 rewards for the match. Which, hell yes.
Right.
I say that's a fantastic fix. I can't believe they didn't do that sooner. Because there have been so many stinking times that I see somebody pop in and just sit there.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, you can't ever complain about that, because there's nothing more irritating than, getting your team, like, especially, let's say if you go in with a group of 3 and then you get that one spot backfilled, and then they end up just going AFK.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
Here.
exactly. That's always a pain in the butt.
yeah.
And then the last big one is they swapped around what taken are coming out for all the blockers. So instead of
Yeah.
a knight being the middle one, and I always forget what the smallest guy is, but it's a knight is the middle one, and then an ogre is the big one.
Yeah.
They got rid of the ogre. They made a captain as the middle one.
Yeah.
And then they made a knight with more health than the ogre as the big boy.
That's good. Yeah. He wasn't a big enough bullet sponge.
Yeah.
So then there's a goblin that has less health than the phalanx is the first one.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
the low end is going to be super easy. The mid guy gets a little bit rougher. The big guy should be a lot more rough.
Yeah.
So you have a lot better opportunity or a lot more need to get 15.
Yeah, I think
than you did before.
And that's an interesting change too, because if you think about the risk reward for trying to save up 15, if you drop them all and you send this really stronger guy in there, it's going to make a big difference.
Yeah, makes a
right
huge
now,
difference.
The ogre, I almost feel like sometimes the phalanxes are worse than anything else.
You can
those
nuke.
stupid
You can
shields.
nuke an ogre.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So
if anybody's willing to blow a super, you could nuke 2 or 3 ogres in one super.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And then the linear fusion rifle change.
Oh, thank God, no more stupid queen breaker killing me with one shot all the time as soon as you walk around a corner. That stupid ass gun drove me nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, I think both the damage and the range of those, it made some of the matches a little ridiculous because you just get mad.
Yeah, if you get a true PvPer coming in there, that they're wiping teams from all the way across the map, and this changes. Like yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're wiping our team. They're 100% wiping our team. Yeah, exactly.
We don't claim to be pros.
Yeah.
So then, in addition to those changes for Season of the Drifter, then we've also got, and within a couple months, the Joker's Wild.
We forgot one thing: the shotguns.
Oh, the shotguns.
Yeah. We got a shotgun.
Let's not move past that. Yeah, that's a big one.
So the fire rate is got the old Nerf bat on the shotguns, which I was never truly a shotgun guy. I never ended up getting the one that everybody was using to melt bosses with, just because I just never played enough to really land it on that week that it was available from the one section there on Mars. From my standpoint, the Nerf bat on shotguns is a good thing because everybody was doing the same thing. And as soon as you see everybody doing the same thing, it sort of takes away a little bit of the thrill from the game, in my opinion.
Well, I don't mind some of the PvE applications of it. What I don't like is when those shotguns become so overpowered in PvP. But I think that this change really actually impacts PvE more, and especially the full auto shotguns. It seems like the biggest impact is to those, to where you're not running up to the boss with a pretty powerful close range weapon and just dumping your mag in a second.
Exactly.
And hitting them with 5 or 6 shots.
And you'd always see that on the bosses in Gambit.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep.
Somebody'd go in there with melting point, and then somebody would unload with full auto shotgun.
Sure. So one of my things with these games in general is when some people look at those shotguns and they might say the game's broken or shotguns are overpowered, there's always going to be something that is better than other things for certain encounters.
Right.
And I don't mind it all the time. What I mind is when I don't have it. And so
yeah, like I don't have the Icolos.
Exactly. So
exactly.
what do you have to do to go get it? you got to run escalation protocols.
You got to do, yeah, you got to grind escalation protocols, which one of the weeks that one was the available one, I did 22 runs on the last boss, didn't get a drop.
Oh, it takes 23.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
And then
everybody
if
in
you
the
didn't get it, you
clan,
gotta do one more.
yeah, everybody in the clan, there were 6 of us running it, right? 3 out of the 6 got it.
Yeah.
Full on, and we were rotating people in. As soon as somebody got it,
Right.
they dropped from the fire team. Somebody else in the clan
Nice.
would join in.
It's a good system.
Yeah,
Nobody
until
called me for that.
until-
I didn't get
you
that.
were working.
Okay. That's probably true.
Yeah,
So, but here's the thing. Isn't that what we play these games for? Is to
Oh, yeah.
have a reason to go grind.
exactly.
Because if everyone got handed out the good guns like candy, then we would say, we're done. We're dried up with content. We need
100% true.
So
100%
so that's where I was going with it. And you
I take back my bitchy money.
well, no, I mean it was a good conversation because that's what I was going was if I don't have the gun, then I have to go get it,
Right.
which keeps you playing. It's just like having raid specific armor with a certain appearance. I don't care if it's better or not. Give me something that looks cool that I can only get from somewhere else, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh well, I
You
need
don't
to
wanna
go
go
do
grind
that
it.
raid because
Yeah.
I want to look cool.
And then we're going to stay up till 2 in the morning,
Yeah.
3 in the morning,
Yeah.
be horrible at work the next day.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic.
Exactly.
Don't you love real life?
Yeah. So anyway, point is, I don't mind the change that they made to it in terms
No,
of the
I
shots,
don't
but
either,
at the
yeah.
same token, I didn't mind the way it was. So I'm gonna, either
Well,
way.
from my standpoint, take the Telesto. They nerfed it in PvP and it stayed exactly the same in PvE.
Yeah.
Why can't they do that more often?
Yeah.
What's the
true.
friggin' difference?
And what's funny is that it wasn't overpowered in PvP. I mean, if you were good with it, yeah, you could be
Oh,
good
some of those
with it.
dudes that were sliding,
Yeah.
the slider shotgun guys. Oh man.
But still, I mean, for as many as those guys as there were, then in certain maps, the shotgun's not advantageous. So
That's true.
I don't know. I'm okay with either of them. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's the rundown of the changes that we've got coming with the major changes anyway with Season of the Drifter. I'm excited about it, and I think we were talking earlier about some of the other games that are coming out. The good thing is Destiny's hanging right there in the fold, bringing its current content at the same time, and we're playing some Anthem right now, but it looks like the end game for that's going to be a little slower to come out than some people want. And stay tuned, hit the subscribe button and notifications because we're going to talk about that in another video. But the awesome thing is we don't only have to play one game.
Exactly. It's going to be really nice when Anthem and Destiny has content and the Division 2 comes out. And whichever one you get
There you
tired
go.
of, one of the other two is going to have some decent
Right,
content
right.
for you to start going to play, grind for some loot.
Yeah, that's how these games are. They evolve. The developers change things and tweak them over time. So none of them are perfect, but they make enough changes as they go to try to keep it,
Exactly.
somewhat
Exactly.
more relevant, somewhat current. So
All right,
I'm
well,
excited about this. I'm excited
Yeah.
about the changes
Yeah.
coming.
And I'm excited to play the next set of stuff.
Yeah.
So I had fun with the Forges. I thought the
Absolutely.
Forges were pretty darn interesting.
Yep.
It was a different play style, you
Yep.
know?
Yep.
All right, everybody. Well, we will talk to you later. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, all the usual stuff. And it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so if you're not drinking, what's your problem?
Should be.
Have a good one. Bye.